Good afternoon. Welcome back. It is Monday, July 10th, 2023. We have a couple of birthdays and only really a couple of events. I looked over the events pretty closely, and of course, we're right at the end of that 7-day stretch where July 4th would meet up with another race or another date. So, for many years, the Cup cars would run on July 4th, and then the 7 days on either side of that was really thin. So we're kind of hitting the end of that and getting into other events. So on this day in 1994, Ricky Rudd won at New Hampshire. This would be the second race at the Magic Mile. And this helped Rudd's, I believe this was the 12th or 13th straight year that he would win. He would win races, at least one race a year for 17 straight years. That streak ended in 1999 when he failed to win a single race, but from 1983 to 1998, Rudd won at least one race a year, and he never won any more than 2 races in a season, but he was always consistent that he would grab a win, so in 1994, and this was also the first win for his own team, Rudd Performance Motorsports. So, pretty big victory there as well. On this date in 2010, David Rudiman won the second and final career win in the Cup Series for him. He is one of several drivers to have won in the 3 National Series. But I remember this race because a lot of people, would call his first win not really a true win because it was rain shortened. But thoughts, that kind of brings me to the thought process of yesterday's race being rain shortened and how quick NASCAR threw the checker during that rainstorm versus the David Rudiman win or the Chris Buescher win or some of the other first career wins that fell in rain shortened. Williams wasn't a first career win, but just other wins that came in situations that probably wouldn't have otherwise. So anyway, a couple birthdays today. Only have 2 of them. Born on this date in 1975. One of the more entertaining drivers in terms of interviews and just the way he presented himself. Raced in the Southwest Series, Winston West, and then moved up to trucks and then Cup and so forth. Mr. Brendan Gaughan, or as they call him on Sirius XM, Uncle Brenny. So Brendan does do TTMs. This is when he was driving for Penske. And then he just had a whole host of teams that he drove for. Who is this? That's probably Rusty Wallace Motorsports with that US Fidelis on there. And then Toyota. I'm guessing that's another. That says Gremain Racing. And there you see the 62. The 62 is the number that he carried so often. Another Chevrolet, so that's probably with RCR. He ran with a few different teams. South Point Casino, the casino that his family operates out in Las Vegas. So he had the Orleans on it for a while and then eventually switched it to South Point. There's a good look at the South Point car. And that is a Toyota, so it's probably with Rusty Wallace's team. Then we have a 5-Hour Energy. There you go, another number 62. And then our last one, just one of the few regular car cards, the number 62. And let's see, that probably is Rusty Wallace Racing. So happy birthday, Mr. Gaughan. And then born on this date, 5 years after Mr. Gaughan, 1980, but sadly passed away in 2000 in a New England practice crash for the Busch Series, Mr. Adam Petty. So we don't know what he would have become. He only had 1 Cup start at Texas in 2000. Had a handful of Busch Series starts. No wins, handful of top 5s and top 10s. And he wasn't in the top tier equipment. This is one of my favorite cards, that silver facsimile signature. Like that card right there. He doesn't have a lot of cards out there. But, Adam was going to be the next generation of Petty Enterprises, and who knows, maybe he would have been a champion, maybe he wouldn't. He was kind of like that, you look at Jimmy Johnson's record in the Busch Series before he moved up, he only had 1 win in like 3 full-time seasons, and Adam really only had a year and a half. So we don't know what would have happened. Kyle Petty always said that Adam had more talent in his pinky finger than Kyle did in his whole body. So maybe, with that being said, and the pedigree of the Petty name with Lee Petty and Richard and everybody, Who knows? Adam could have been a Busch champ, could have been a Cup champ. We really, truly don't know. But, today, ironically, Adam would have been 43. So, be that as it may, it's racing. It's a great sport most of the time, but it is a sad sport on other times. But with that, let's call it a day. Wishing those guys happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you come back tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to have. I've got a couple deliveries coming in, so we'll be checking the mailbox for those. And then, of course, we got some of the stuff from the flea markets that we had this weekend that we'll have to show you and do some deep dives into that as well. So thanks again, as always, for watching. Really, really do appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow.